Thank you for joining. I've got an announcement. So here's the deal. So a lot of you know that I'm doing the empowerment event. It's very near and dear to my heart. And that came from, for me, a place of, I've been doing motivational speaking for several years now, and it's gotten to where I'm speaking a lot, at least once a month, if not more. And I take up any opportunity I can, whether it's going and speaking to a church group where I just found that one group is maybe 20, and that's great, to hundreds of people or over thousands of people. And to me, I take each of those just as seriously, because I know that, like, as Oprah was a mentor to me, I knew that, like, I told you this at lunch yesterday. I said, if I would have had somebody like me, a positive role model, come to me when I was younger, I know that it would have meant the world to me, because I was alone. I didn't feel, enough, and I didn't have a mother or a father, or anybody in my life, telling me, hey, you can do anything you want. Hey, pursue this, and all that self-worth. And so when I started my empowerment event, it was kind of one of those things, like we did our first one was it April or May? April, he would know, here in Park City, and it was amazing. And the reason why I want to do it is I am a personal believer, because everybody's over there and you're seeing everything, all this personal empowerment. But what I really believe is, if you don't build yourself, you are not, you have to build yourself first before you can do other things well. When you are doing, when you're building everything within you, and your self-confidence and your self-love and all of those things, it changes everything, the ripple effect. So your marriage is going to get better, your friendships are going to get better, your everything's going to get better. So when we decided, or I should say, I said, I don't care, like, is this a huge money maker? It's not. Most events aren't, just to be honest. But I do it not because of the money. I do it because of my passion. And I know, for me, as that little girl from North Carolina, I know my calling and my purpose is to give back. And I just know that. And so I have 5 other people that are coming to speak, and to build everyone that's there along with me. And this year, something happened 2 weeks ago that really, and it's been happening for a while now. Like, I always say, I don't understand, but I have a really young demographic that follows me. Like, it's weird. Like, I always go, I could be your mom, your grandmother, but I hear from you, and I hear from people telling me, like, my daughter follows you, she loves you, she's this, she asked this. Or when we're at events and these young girls come up and introduce themselves to me and go, I love you, I love your products, and I'm like, wow. But what I decided to do is, last year we did some completely free tuition, what would you call that, sponsorships?
I call it a scholarship.
A scholarship. It was free tuition to a couple individuals to come to my empowerment event. And this year I'm going to do the same.
Do I look surprised?
But
it's awesome.
There's
a good idea.
There's a twist.
Oh, but wait,
there's a twist.
More.
I don't want to cry talking about it, but I just knew this. I know that I want to pick 5.
Sounds good.
Okay, he's like, I'm going to pick 5 young men or young women that are young, like teenagers or very early 20s, because they can't afford it, but they can't afford not to be here. You love me.
Sounds great.
Yeah, I'm giving away free 5 full scholarships, so it's normally what, $375?
I think so.
$375. And not only that, but the 5 people that are chosen to come, whether it's your daughter, your niece, your sister, and they you just have to nominate them. They can nominate themselves. And they send an email to me directly, Teresa at teresacollinsstudio, Teresa at teresacollinsstudio, yeah. And 5 of you, and maybe you're already coming, and maybe you want your niece to come, or your daughter. Those 5 girls or guys, because we do have some guys coming. I'm telling you what, like, I'm taking them to lunch or dinner with me, because those they need that.
That's a great idea.
I want them to.
Do I qualify, or am I too old?
No, you don't even get to go to lunch with me and because for me, like, I want to be a mentor to them.
Awesome.
Not that I'm all that. I'm not Oprah or anything. I know.
Good plan.
What do you think?
I like it. It's a great plan.
I didn't tell him. And the reason why I wanted to do this, and I wanted to explain it on here, is because I know there's someone watching this, and we'll start sharing it now, that they need to know that they are enough, that they can accomplish anything that they want to, and that no matter what, you will go through hard times. We all do. And the struggles are actually what make you stronger. Like, I at my last empowerment event, I gave everybody a clear backpack. If you were there, you know this. I gave everybody a backpack, and I put rocks in. They were white rocks. I gave white rocks.
It's better than giving away golden
and
nuggets.
Everybody, I said, and I told them to write down the things on their rocks. We had Sharpies, and they can, what they were carrying around, the feelings that they were thinking. And everybody kind of looked at me, and we were in a big circle. And this was at my last year's empowerment event, and people were walking around with these rocks. And I said, guess what? I know it's heavy. These are heavy. But guess what? What happens when you carry that weight? You get stronger, you guys. You get stronger. And as you overcome these things, you can throw those rocks away. Or a lot of people, they kept them because they thought they were so pretty. And so here's the deal. Also.
But wait, there's more.
You don't even know about this. The reason why I felt so compelled to do this, and I wanted to have, like, I just thought of my 13-year-old self. I thought of that girl that sat alone at lunch, that I literally would, when we had gym class, when we'd have lunch, I would go into the gym and hide in the bathroom so that no one knew I wasn't, I didn't have money to eat, so I wasn't eating lunch ever, and I didn't have friends, so I hid. I want these girls to know, no matter what your circumstances, no matter what is going on in your life, you will survive. Not only will you survive, you will thrive. You will thrive. And I've cried for 2 days over this, 2 or 3 days. Brian didn't know what I was going to do. I just told him, I said, so 5 people will get full $375. You don't pay it. You're not paying it. It's all coming from me personally. And I want you there. I want your daughters there. If you are coming, and maybe you're coming with your daughter, we'd love to have you too. I did think about this because I knew that there are some people that would say, hey, my daughter really needs to be here, but maybe she's apprehensive going alone. Brian and I will talk about that, because I'm going to take the 5 winners, the scholarship winners this year, and I think I'm going to cut the age limit. By the way, I'm not really, I would prefer anywhere from like 13, because at 13, let's be honest, 12 or 13, it would case by case, and all the way up until your, early 20s, because you guys, especially those of you who are a little bit older, and like, Brian, I know you can't relate to this because you're not a girl.
Wait, what?
But girls, it's hard. It's hard.
What if for purposes of this scholarship, I identify as a 22-year-old girl so I can go for free?
You can come. You're helping me do
I'm
that.
sorry, I gotta be there anyways. Okay, never mind.
Oh my gosh.
I'm good.
If you're not following the other 5 people that are speaking with me, by the way, on Tuesday at this empowerment event, I named the event this year Elevate. Elevate yourself. Elevate your belief in who you are. So we are doing an actual vision board, and I've done all the artwork. We're gonna do a press check hopefully tomorrow on it. So exclusive contact. We're also doing a vision book. Tuesday they will. It's all like I'm meeting. It will be group discussion, building you. It's gonna be amazing, and we do have some guys coming. And then on Wednesday of the empowerment part, on Wednesday, we have me and 5 other people that are like, I'm not just saying this, like go on Amazon, look at their books, look at they're traveling around the world speaking. It's worth it. And so imagine there are gonna be 5 of you that young girls, I have a thing in my heart, but if it happens to be a young man, like, you know, you need it, please share this. Please, you know, nominate them. Please email me at teresacollinsstudio. You could do Brian. He knows. Because I really believe that for me, it's about serving other people, or not even serving, because I don't feel like I'm serving somebody. What am I doing? I want to think about what other people have went through, or what they're going through, and if I can in some way be someone that they can talk to and ask questions and make that difference. So today, after I forgot to go to my printer and do my press check. Luckily, Brian did go after his meeting, but I want to show you something I got today. So I went to Home Goods because I was like, and I just stopped by there and I bought this Boss Lady. And I want to tell you why I bought this. I thought about how far I've come in my life to be here and what it took for me to be here. You know, and it's not like it just magically happened. I had to work, and I want people to know. I tell my children this, and so you can do anything that you want in this life, and I'm talking to you. I'm not just saying this or whatever it is that you want to accomplish, you will make happen. I will personally right now, I am maintaining, and it's not easy. Like I have to really work to maintain and eat keto-like in order to keep the weight off that I've been losing for over the past year. That's just the truth. Like if you want something, you have to work for it. At least for me, it doesn't magically happen. One of the meetings we had yesterday was with our business financial advisor that also does our personal. And I'm telling you, you can't just wake up, and he talked about that. Of course, he didn't tell us other of his clients, you know, or whatever, but we were talking and he said, you know, like you really need to think about now where you're going and what you're wanting. And we do that as a business, and we do that together. And that's why I think for me, I look at these opportunities as a way to like say, where do I want to go? Who do I want to be? And each day we have the opportunity to like keep building on that, keep building ourselves, keep building others around us. But, you know, I think of your cup, you know, I'm continually, Brian probably gets so tired of hearing me talk about things that have inspired me. I really take every day to try to build myself in some way, whether it's watching a TED Talk or reading an article or, trying to say, okay, Teresa, how can you do this? Because I can't give to him or my kids or to you or go out and speak to thousands of people a year if I really don't have it. If I'm really not practicing or doing the things that I tell you that I'm doing. Because for me, that's phony and it's not real. And it's not the way it's happened. And so for me, I'm very vulnerable and I'm very like, hey, look, this is what it's taken. And one of the things today, like I think I talked about going to H&M yesterday because I was like, how are we going to get our prices in order to get in there? Like we've had opportunities to have our stuff in H&M. And you probably all know it's really cute stuff and it's very affordable, like way affordable. And so I was telling Brian, I'm like, I don't know if we can get our prices. Our prices are already low, but we do have some really cool products that would go well, And so Brian and I are a good team because instead of looking at stuff in life and going, oh, that's impossible, that's never going to happen. What do you say? You tell me this all the time.
Okay.
What do you...
Hold on, I'll think of it. You keep going. I'm trying to think of mine. You go.
Okay, so anytime I go,
You don't ask for it, you don't get it. Is that what you're thinking?
Yes. He always tells me that. And so when I'm dealing with things that are hard or that scare me or make me feel outside of my comfort zone, Brian really does help me in that sense where he was like, you don't get what you don't ask for. So send that email, make that phone call, sign up for that class, sign up for my event if you want to. I guarantee you that the moment you start investing in yourself and in your belief in yourself, it's mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. So we had a call yesterday, a meeting with one of my partners, and okay, I can say, I'm not going to tell what it was about. I couldn't talk about it. So our first meeting yesterday was with Zyron, who was on by ACO, and poor them, right? They're located in main office is Chicago and then Arizona, and you guys, like, I was lit up because I was like, this is what I'm passionate about. This is what, like, right here, even like here, I'm like, you know it, the TERESA sticker maker. Like, I love it. I love working with them. I love, doing those things. But when you believe in what you're doing, it's so contagious. When I'm like, they're going, okay, this is the next things we should be doing together. And it's, phew. But if I got on the phone, I was like, well, I'm thinking we should, game changer in life when you believe in yourself. And believe in your imperfect self. Stop waiting to believe in yourself when you've lost the weight or you've found the husband or does that make sense? Like, Brian, I love you, but I think why we're so good for each other is because I wasn't looking for you. I
snuck up on you.
That's kind of creepy. That
Right.
sounds, okay, that sounds creepy. I snuck up on you. Okay. But I really believe that. I believe because that is, I don't even know what to think about that.
So I'll share something with you.
Okay.
And I'm not giving away scholarship things, don't worry.
Okay. You could.
So I read the other day, I don't know where, I think some celebrity, who knows what, gave a speech somewhere, I think a graduation speech, and they said one of the most liberating things in the world is having your worst fear realized. And I had to read it and think about it, and I said, I get it. I mean, if you don't get it, you don't ask for it, right? And what's the worst that can happen? They'll say no. Are you gonna die? Are you gonna disappear from the face of the earth? Are you gonna get laughed out of the room? No. Odds are they'll say yes. But if they say no, is that really the end of the world? So some people are so afraid to do something, they'll never, ever, 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 ever
Absolutely.
do it.
Absolutely.
And so that fear keeps them from doing it forever. But then when they do something and they have it turn out bad and they realize, hey, I lived to tell about it, then they can do something else. They're not stuck in that same place forever thinking, boy, one of these days I'm going to do X, Y, or Z, but I'm afraid I can't get the job, lose the weight, make the friend, write the letter, whatever, right? And so people are so afraid to do it that when they do it, and if they fail, they're like, okay, I lived.
Yeah.
You never know until you try it, though.
Okay, I'm going to announce something.
Oh, no.
So we have not shared this. I talked to Brian about it, but we haven't went into the things. So you probably realize by now, Brian is a brilliant, not only lawyer, businessman, but he's also a brilliant partner. He's very smart. And we are very, gosh, how do I want to say that? You're like yin and yang?
Let's call it yin and yang.
Yin and yang.
You're creative, I'm not.
Whatever. So on Tuesday, when we're doing some really powerful things at the empowerment event, we are doing like a Q&A, a very deep discussion on basically what we're doing here. And we're going to do if you've signed up, we will be doing questionnaires before you come that will be completely confidential. Anything you want to share, anything, because like those things matter to me. Like if you shared, hey, I'm having a hard time in my marriage, blah, 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 blah. I promise you that would not be shared. But then we know that like maybe you really need to hear about boundaries. And I get that. Or maybe you are really dealing with, when I talked about the hula hoop, who you're letting in your hula hoop. But Brian Weber is going to be very, very actively involved on Tuesday and will be contributing. As you can hear, he will be.
Will I now?
Yeah, I just didn't. Well, we talked about this.
I know, I'm just teasing you.
I want you to know that everything that I share, genuinely, I know what it feels like to have that pain and that hurt and to feel like you want to disappear. And I did not have that childhood, but I'm not bitter. Brian will tell you, I don't sit around and go, I feel so sorry. I sit there and I go, dude, I'm strong, right? I am strong because I went through that. I carried those freaking rocks and I took those rocks and I go, whoop, I survived that. Whoop, I survived this. Not only can we survive it, we can still thrive through it. And it didn't mean it didn't hurt and it's not painful. And it's not and you've had things you went through. Couple things, right? Men are different, you guys. Men are different.
That is very true.
Yeah, right? I remember specifically the day I was at college at BYU and I opened my mail. I had barely been married and it was a weight loss ad that someone had sent me. I'm pretty sure I know who it was, and it was a whole weight loss ad, and it had pills and big Sharpie, red color Sharpie. It was, you should try this. It might work. You guys, I wasn't even that overweight. I'm pretty sure I know who did this, but those are the kind of things that you think you're gonna break me or that my confidence, you did then, you did. But then I dug deeper and I go, an ugly person on the inside sent that to me because you wanted me to feel less than. Well, first of all, I would never do that to anyone. But second, I realized then, and especially now, your worth is not your outward appearance. It's really not. It's your inside. Anyway, so 5 scholarships. 375, all you have to do, and share it. You may know someone, I know you know someone who needs this, and I am going to personally mentor, is that the word? Mentor? I don't even know if, spend time with the girls or the young men, teenagers, young adults that win to come to this empowerment event. And when I'm not kidding you, I'm not a bragger. That I get very uncomfortable talking about things that I feel like that the world defines as success. But I will tell you, every single one of the people that will be joining us are wildly successful, but also wildly builders of people and of worth, and it's pretty incredible. And I shared a little bit, like a lot of motivational speakers, most will speak for an hour, and the going rate's 5,000 to, gosh, we know some six figures, yeah, but a going rate's easily 20, 25,000. So keep that in mind. I, on my cute little budget, am so grateful for friends and for people that I reached out to and that were able to help me to like just make it even. Yes. How you apply is you just email, my work email is TERESA@teresacollinsstudio.com. If you go to my website, I think it will show that as well too, because I'm going to look out for it. And the reason why normally I want to make sure it comes directly to me, and I will respond back that it was received, because I think that's the worst thing is if you send in an nomination, not application, a nomination, and you don't get to do that. So I really, really, really want to, by the way, the event's it's at Hotel Park City, September 24th and 25th, Tuesday and Wednesday. Okay, the website was just updated, liveyourstoryevent.com. I had a lady today that was trying to sign up, and
so you can go
liveyourstoryevent.com. You can go to our website and it can take you there too. If you go to the Teresa Collins Studio website, there's an event page, it'll take you there, but it's been updated with a little bit just so that you kind of know there's a schedule there. You know me, we're gonna be creative. We're gonna be crafting. We're gonna be doing a metal vision board. I've got the custom artwork. Like I'm telling you, when you visually see what you want, it's amazing. I'm sorry I've been a little long-winded. We are gonna go. I'm sorry I've been a little emotional today about this because this matters to me, because I don't know who's going to apply or whether, and like I said, they can nominate themselves. In fact, I would love that. If you feel comfortable in telling me your story, please do. This has been eating at me, and I was like, I knew I was going to do a giveaway, and I knew I wanted to do it. It's 90 days right now before the event, and 90 days, and I knew that I wanted to do a giveaway, and I thought I was going to give away 1 or 2 spots, you know, normally. And then I couldn't sleep the other night. I told Brian, I got up at like 3 in the morning. I was all emotional in a good way, like, you know, when change is coming. And if you have any questions also, just email me too, Teresa@teresacollinsstudio.com. You know, I do get a lot of emails, but it may take me a couple days. Hopefully I'm going to look, and I'm going to try to keep up on it, is what I'm saying now, to answer any questions. Sometimes if you Facebook, do not message me through Facebook. It's so overwhelming. I'm just going to be honest. Facebook is the last place I look. Instagram, I try to look every day. Facebook is over the top. And I get the weirdest people I don't even know sending me messages, so it gets muddy. So thank you. I love you. Send me a message, Teresa@teresacollinsstudio.com, if you want to connect with me. Love you guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.